Having been on this show, The Ultimate Fighter, with Lyoto, did he give you a different understanding of it?
No, he was only there for a day or so, I couldn't really get too much off him. I got to roll around with him, I think, for one round, and I was young. I was what, a year and a half into my career, so I had 5 fights or 6 fights underneath me, so you can't take that. I've grown so much as a fighter. I'm sure so has he. That's when he was starting his rise up the ranks and everything. So that kind of stuff, you can't take anything for what it's worth.
Did you ever buy into the whole aura of invincibility that surrounded him?
Watching him when he's coming up and not losing the round, he definitely looked really good and kind of unbeatable, then you start seeing him fight different styles, different fighters, and you start seeing that change a little bit. And so him having all those fights and different fights where people have been successful, you take a little bit from each one, put it all together and make it your own, and so you've got a good thing going.
Looking at him, there's now a blueprint on how to take Lyoto, and it seems that you got to be aggressive, and you got to throw punches and bunches.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You got to be smart. You got to be smart. You can't just go in there and be aggressive and think you're going to get them. Yeah. You got to be smart about going in there, about the distance, about your feints, about mixing it all up. Because if you just rush in there and try to go crazy on him, he's gonna pick you apart. So it's a fine line, really, without giving anything away. There's different game plans that do better against him than others. And definitely being aggressive, but respecting that distance and not rushing in all the time. But definitely make it a fight and make it more of a little brawl than a technical karate match, because that's what he likes.
Looking at fighters when they improve upon their skills, they want to show those newfound skills off in fights. I've seen boxing a lot more crisper. Can I say that you're going to look to showcase it a little bit more in this fight as opposed to going and wrestling?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I've been feeling good since my Brills fight, and we did showcase it there, and because that's a game plan we wanted to go. We wanted to keep it on our feet. We felt we were better than him there, and end up getting a knockout. Rampage, we go in there, and still been working even more with that coach, and my hands felt good, but we employed more of a hit and run kind of style because we didn't want to stay in the pocket with them, and now it's going to be a little different too, but I have that, and he's got to respect that. I don't just have takedowns and overhand right anymore. I'm a more well-rounded fighter.
Final question. With the criticism that's been coming out with who should get the title shot, how have you responded to that, and do you feel if you win that you should get the title shot, or you feel like we still need a few more matches to go ahead and rematch John?
I'm not thinking about the title shot right now. I'm thinking about the fight first and foremost. Danny came and said whoever looks most impressive. That was.
How do you view the situation though?
How do I view it? I think it's a good. I think it's the right thing to do. At first it was just a main event, and now it's all 4 of us going for that title shot. And whoever looks most impressive in their fight and is a winner, that makes the most sense for sure. And so I agree with that decision. And it doesn't change anything for me. I was going to go in there and try to look as impressive as I can, winning also. So that's it. I'm an aggressive fighter, and I like to keep that aggression. But at the same time, you can't be stupid with a guy like Machida. You can't just rush in on him because he has the footwork, the angles, and the skills to turn that around on you. So yeah, I feel good. I feel more technical. I feel like I know what I'm doing finally in stand-up department, and I'm doing the right things. We have the blueprint down in what we've done in the last couple fights to get me to where I want to go. So I follow that. I'm good to go. Yoshi Allen is his name, and if I didn't have him, I would have been second-guessing myself because I hadn't seen any of like a style of Machida in training camp. So I got to see him. Our head coach does a pretty good job to emulate him, but Hiroshi was definitely a great addition to our camp. I got to see all the angles. I got to work and drill on different things to do as far as seeing those different kicks, those trips, those punches, those rushes, those blitzes. So I feel confident.